How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Andrew. Today we're playing more Sky Factory. Obviously something's changed. I have a webcam now, or a face cam. I've been exploring a little bit more, rewatching all these old YouTube videos, all these old Minecraft Let's Plays, about how to best emulate that kind of style, because that's the style that I grew up watching and grew up always aspiring to create. So I see webcams as kind of like a must, and obviously not every Minecraft YouTuber that has ever existed has ever used a webcam. Some of them just have never used webcams. I think Grian still doesn't use a webcam. But the reason that I choose to use a webcam, or want to choose to use a webcam, is because I think it's imperative to the best form of Minecraft, in my opinion. It's Minecraft, and I talked about this several times in a few other episodes of this series. This is episode 3 of Sky Factory, if you guys didn't know. But one of the things I was talking about is what made YouTube so unique is that it's the relationship between the audience and their favorite content creator, or their favorite TV show. It's a unique thing that social media has over anything else. My phone is going crazy. I should turn it on mute. And part of that is that you see the person you're watching. So, sorry if it makes you uncomfortable to see me, but I think it'll add more to our communication and our relationship. So, anyway, if you guys haven't seen this series yet, I know you're probably joining in late, a lot of you, but I'm playing Sky Factory. It's a modded version of Skyblock. Skyblock is the very famous Minecraft map where you're in the void and you start on the top of a tree and you have to learn how to fight the Ender Dragon. This mod pack follows a similar trajectory, although it's a little bit more complicated. And right now, our next mission, in order to beat this mod pack, you have to complete all these missions. And our next mission is, well, to collect rainwater in an oak barrel, which is actually one of the hardest beginning challenges. Build a proper house. Let's build a house as our next achievement. But yeah, this game is very grind heavy a lot of the time, so bear in mind there's going to be quite a bit of waiting, but I'll try to fill it in with some witty banter and all that. Thank you guys for all the support on the last few videos. It seems like you guys really want this kind of content, this kind of chill, quiet, relaxed version of Minecraft, which is so not how Minecraft is nowadays, Minecraft Let's Plays. And, I've talked about that on several episodes where it's just like, man, I miss when YouTubers were a little bit more real, like Let's Play YouTubers were more real. Like one of my favorite series of all time is Trollcraft. It's one of my favorite Let's Plays of Minecraft. And I'm watching it for the first time from Captain Sparkles' perspective. I've never been a huge Captain Sparkles fan in terms of watching him. It's not like I dislike Captain Sparkles. It's just I've never really watched him. I've always been more of a Sunday guy growing up. And watching him, he's very chill. He's very relaxed. He's very real. And, the fast-paced editing, brain-rotted, centered content of today isn't in those old Let's Plays, at least the ones that I've seen from him. Now, granted, YouTubers have always been about trying to find a way to make money and get more views because that's their career. It's their job to worry about their job. But you see, I saw less of that from a fake perspective. When I watch Sunday and he's always like, in his old videos, he's always talking about how much of a sellout he is and kind of poking fun at himself when he's asking them to hit the like button down below and stuff like that. He says it. He's honestly talking about it. He's not trying to ignore it, which is crazy to think of nowadays, because nowadays there's so YouTubers and Minecraft Let's Play YouTubers and all these guys are so dishonest about wanting to make money and wanting to survive in their career that we just need the honesty, because we kind of subscribed for the honesty. At least I did. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't subscribe to be lied to about the character I was investing a lot of my time and energy into watching. But okay, cool. So this is our silkworm tree. If you guys don't know, you put these silkworms that you get from destroying leaves. You put these on these trees, and they infest it, and then they turn the tree leaves into string. I'm just realizing that this is off-centered, and it's bothering me. But yeah, I mean, obviously YouTube has changed. It's gone through different phases. We had the whole adpocalypse situation, which really changed how YouTube worked for content creators and children's content, where it made children's content even more children's content. They really cracked down on swearing in children's videos and all sorts of stuff that made the separation, it turned Let's Play content meant for kids into Let's Play content meant for babies. Because, even though YouTube, you had to be 13 in order to create a YouTube account and to watch YouTube. The problem was, if you guys don't know the history, I'm pretty sure one of the things that caused I think it's COPPA, COPPA, to come after, I think it's the Child Something Protective. It's not the Child Protective Services, but it's they protect children's content and make sure that it's it's not pornographic or anything. And I'm pretty sure why they went after YouTube is that YouTube, I think it was in like 2019, 2020. Oh no, zombie. I have no torches right now because I don't have a furnace. Once I get a furnace, I'll burn some oak logs, get some charcoal, and make some torches. But now it's becoming day. And if I click F7, you'll see where they can spawn, and they can spawn anywhere. But back to the story, I'm pretty sure COPPA, COPPA went after YouTube for children's content because YouTube was, parading around how they were the most watched service, like most viewed website of children, and how much content they were making for children and all this kind of stuff. And then they kind of got attacked, and they had to change their policies about what constituted as children's content. And they had a whole rating system, and every time you upload a video, you need to tell YouTube whether or not it's a video meant for children or not. And they changed how they run ads on. They changed how they'd run ads on content marked for kids. They changed how they did all these kind of things. Changed what ads you could do, whether or not you could have ads, what ads would play on those videos, and whether or not they would push the content. Because some videos marked for children wouldn't get pushed. Or if they would get pushed, they'd only get pushed to a small audience as opposed to everyone on the platform if you chose not for kids. So I think that had a hand in why YouTube changed so drastically from being content kind of mixed into content exclusively for babies, because you can't do certain things with content marked for kids as a kids channel, and get away with it. At least, not nowadays. And it's a similar thing with sketches on YouTube. There are comedy sketches made by, what's his name? Well, there's Smosh, and then there's several other creators. I'm trying to think of one specific guy. It's like Sean or something. I don't remember. But he did crazy things in his skits that you can't do nowadays. Like, you can't get away with what they consider hate speech and all sorts of other laws. And it just made YouTube more of a Wild West back then. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to make this platform a certain shape, but I'm relearning. But, YouTube was a different place 10 years ago. And people who complain about people saying, oh, you just, YouTube's the same, you're the only thing that's changed, kind of grow up, stop lamenting about the old YouTube. Well, YouTube's changed, man. That's because everything changes, and content creators change, and their goals change, and it's just, that's just how life is. So I'm kind of going back with the purpose of reviving this old channel of mine that I made 8 years ago. My purpose is to revive the old YouTube. in a way that is honest and interesting and fun. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't make this content for money. I have 10 subscribers. I don't want to eventually make money. If I make money from this channel, then I'll donate it or something, because that's not my goal. My goal is to revive a relationship-based content model that this program was built on that is gone for the most part. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. You know, I'll shell out a little bit. You know, if you subscribe, it's free to subscribe, and if you subscribe, you'll be notified of when I make a video. YouTube will push my content in front of your eyes and all sorts of stuff. And if you click the like button down below, it will get in front of more people, because YouTube, there's this thing called engagement, which is comments, likes, watch time, all of these metrics that YouTube uses to determine which content they put in front of who. And if you support my content, if you support my message, if you support me as a person, then I implore you to just engage with this video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to talk about or you want my opinion on something, and I'll continue the conversation there, if not in the videos. My last video didn't get as much traction, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it didn't get as much traction, so I didn't have as many things to pull from the comment section. So that's why in this video I'm kind of riffing a little bit. But, you know, if you guys interact with this content, then I'll talk about it, and I'll give you my perspectives on things that you want me to talk about. I'll bring up what you want me to talk about, any of that. So looks like we have enough string now to make a sieve, which is one of our achievements. Oh, we already have a sieve. So I guess we don't need string. Oh, I mean, we need a bed. That's what we needed. That's why I needed to get more string. Okay, so I think if I need to make more crooks. Okay, boom, crooks. Okay. Okay, so these trees are growing faster, obviously. When you have more trees down, the chances of more dirt blocks down with oak saplings on it, the chances of you getting more trees are more abundant. So if I go in here, oh, I guess I didn't need that much string after all. I'm the best YouTuber of all time. So if I take this bed, I'll put it over here to build our house, because I know that that's what we're trying to do. I'm kind of a neat freak when it comes to design. I think it's probably because of my mom, because my mom is a big designer, not meaning her career. She just likes designing is what I meant. And she's, you know, ever since I was little, she's always put on like HGTV or something, all day, every day. And it's kind of bled into me a little bit. I'm not as intentional with design to where I care much about it, to the point of not being lazy, because I'm lazier than I care about design to actually do it. So, you know, there's that. But let me see if I can. I want to finish this platform first. But I do have a little bit of a thing for design, so I'm trying to like make sure it's kind of like neat or cool or whatever. Doink, doink, doink. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, now time to build our house. I'm gonna make it out of oak planks, because that resource is abundant right now, and oak logs are not as abundant. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Trollcraft from Captain Sparkles, and my thoughts on him are, you know, like I said, I don't have much experience watching Captain Sparkles. I know that he's known for his Minecraft music videos, I think. I haven't seen any of those either, but I should probably watch them just to remind myself of who I'm watching. But, you know, I like him. I think he's funny. I think he's interesting. I don't get the same sense of connection that I got from Sunday, mainly just probably because of my age when I was watching Sunday. But he's kind of what I am a little bit. He doesn't talk in depth about, politics or whatever that I like to go into on this show. But if you guys haven't seen any of his series, and if it's any proof that I am not really caring that much about money or viewership or anything. I mean, I like you guys here, but it's not my main motivation to make content. If there's any evidence of what I just said is true, I want you to go watch his content. I want you to watch other old YouTubers' content because I really think that there's something there versus the newer content. And, I'm watching a lot of that right now. I think he's stopped making Minecraft videos now, and that's a whole other thing that I'm thinking about right now. Is like, is it ever okay for a YouTuber to kind of abandon their audience for anything? I mean, we saw this with Markiplier for his movie. Is that he really in my opinion, he neglected his audience for a long time because he had a certain amount of content that he was making every day. And he just kind of ghosted them. And obviously he ghosted them because he has to make the movie, and the movie took a lot of energy. But, I didn't subscribe to Markiplier to get less content while he was focused on his movie. And that brings up this question of, as a YouTuber, it's your whole job to be around your audience and to make content for your audience. And if you stop making your content for your audience, or you play a different game, there's incentive to do that sometimes, because sometimes you play a game that loses traction and you want to be like Sunday and play Fortnite exclusively, or play Among Us because that's where the money is. And it's like, I'd rather serve the audience that I've accumulated by playing a certain game and do it forever. Versus Captain Sparkles, I think he just said that he's done with Minecraft content, making Minecraft Let's Plays. I mean, he's been doing it for like 15, 16 years, and I'm sure if I'd have a different perspective if I had been making Minecraft content for that long. But I see it as a disservice. I mean, at that point, I would just retire, because you're accumulating an audience for a certain reason, and then that reason is gone. I don't know. I see it as a disservice. If I were in their shoes, I would try to... I don't know. I don't think I would stop playing it. Am I getting killed? No, it's from the tree. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my channel and my content. And I don't want my personal comfort to be at risk by taking certain criticism too much to heart. I want to be, there's a term about it, mentally tough. I want to be mentally tough about my content. But, if there's something really missing that you guys think is missing, let me know, and I'll take it to heart. And before I end this video, because I learned making longer videos is probably not the best move, so I'll try to keep them under 25, 30 minutes. Let me know what you guys think about that. Again, I want a communication with you guys, because that's the point of YouTube, in my opinion. And that's my whole message about that point has been skewed. I want to make stairs not out of oak, but I don't have cobblestone right now. Not enough cobblestone anyway. So let me just break this. Okay, and then, man, I am running out of chest space. But I think I got it. This is... okay, I need to make more chests. I need to make signs, too. Like I said, I'm kind of an organizational neat freak. And I think that's probably because I grew up in a not dysfunctional household, but a household that was kind of all over the place because I have a lot of siblings. I have 6 siblings, and everything, there's always been, ever since I can remember, there's always been like clothes on the floor or, whoa, no, 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 no. Okay. Go, oh, wait. Thank God. I really got to get torches up and running. But, yeah, I have a lot of siblings, and that means that there's always been clothes on the floor, dishes in the sink, trash cans overflowed. So I've really, like, as I've gotten older, been like, oh, organization is actually, like, really nice. So have I just realized that I think my sound has been off this whole time. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, and it's not routed through my headphones. It's okay. You guys can hear it now, but it's not routed through my headphones. Let me turn it down a little bit. I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time. I like to play this game with the sound off most of the time, just so I can hear. I normally play Minecraft and Sky Factory listening to something, whether it's Joe Rogan or, Captain Sparkles or something. So, my fault. But as I was saying, I like to organize because I've had a tumultuous, disorganized household experience growing up, which, it's a flaw, but I love all my siblings, so I'll just call this tools. And this will be... I normally do it by, like, blocks, tools. I'll just do misc. I always have a miscellaneous chest as well, so I guess this can be it. Which is disorganized, but it's better than nothing. Blocks. Oh, whoops. No. It needs to be capitalized. It can't be different than the other signs. Blocks. Oh, I just realized that this is also not capitalized. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Spelling bee with Andrew. Can I spell miscellaneous? Miscellaneous. No. What is it? Miscellaneous. That's as close as we're going to get. Listen, I was homeschooled. I dropped out of preschool. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here. Perfect. And then more chests. And then that's how it's going to be. There's going to be a little echo, I'm realizing, because the sound is coming from my speakers. Actually, I could just turn my audio down. Yeah, I'll mute my audio. That way that there's no echo. Wait, that didn't do anything. Never mind. Okay, well, I have a house now. I was planning on building stairs on this wall and then building a second level, but maybe I'll do that in the next episode. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. And if you like this content, please let me know. I have very little motivation to keep doing this unless there's a reason to, and I see that reason is serving you guys and helping you guys and, giving you room to speak. And I really want to hear what you guys have to think, so let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.